go. Another projections video upcoming with a little extra twist. Caleb has some words.
First of all, I just want to say projection episodes are more fun, probably because I keep losing, so it's really upsetting to look on last week. But projection episodes are more fun because we get to at least shit talk before we know if we're right or wrong.
Clean slate, for sure.
Clean slate. It's week 4, baby. Episode, I don't know what, like 8, I think, maybe 9. I'm not sure.
I think it's 8. That math's up.
That does math up. You're right. It's 8. Well, because we did a. No, this is 8. You're right. You're right. Good math.
I'm not an accountant for no reason, baby.
The first thing I want to talk about, and hopefully this is just a useless rant, and hopefully the rest of the people in the league all vote against this like I'm about to do. Literally right now. Let me just go ahead and pull it up here. And let me just, live on air, I'm going to vote against this. This trade that you all just put through.
I have it pulled up as well.
This is wild.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire for tight end that I already forgot his name because who cares? Zach Ertz, is that right? What in the world? How is that a fair, straight-up trade? That does not make any sense. They just told me about this 2 minutes before we started this episode.
Listen. I'm going to pull up the stats here just to show the good viewers. Edwards-Helaire.
5 more points a game.
Edwards-Helaire has...
One's the number 4 running back in the league.
Edwards-Helaire is the 4th running back in the league, like you said.
That's exactly what I just said.
In points. For week 1, he had 2 touchdowns on 7 carries.
This is so stupid. Let it go through.
Week 1 on 7 carries. Week 2, he had 8 carries for 74 yards and 4 receptions. Week 3, he had 7 carries and 5 receptions. This man, he's not on the field.
Blake, you're missing one stat. How many points does he have each week?
22 the first week. He had 2 touchdowns.
That's a very good week. 22 is really good.
15 the second week.
22 is a pretty solid week.
14 the third week. Progressing down.
Not as good as 15, but still pretty solid. So he's had 2 good weeks in one. We'll say 3 good weeks because 22 is not great, but it's really good.
He has boomed 1 of 3 weeks. He averages 17 points a game.
All right, that's pretty solid stats. Now, can you please flip over to tight end?
Flipping to Zach Ertz, the number 3 tight end.
You know who that is?
Oh, I know who he is. He's old. He's busted. He's unathletic as hell.
He's tight end.
He's hurt every year.
He's the 3rd tight end overall, averaging 12 points a game. Also boomed 1 of 3 weeks. This man had a pretty paltry reception total week 1 of 2.
What is it? I'm sorry.
He got 2.
You read all the stats. Let me hear them all.
That's what I'm doing. You're interrupting me while I'm reading them all.
Because I'm upset.
He had 2 receptions week 1, but 1 was for a touchdown. So that saved him. Same could be said as for Edwards-Helaire. He had 2 touchdowns. That's 12 points right there. Week 2, he had 8 targets for 75 yards. So no touchdown, but he still got 15 points. Okay. Week 3, 6 targets for 45 yards, 10 points.
Okay.
The production's there. I'm going to also defend this with me trading Helaire. I'm pulling my team up right now. I have Joe Mixon, Cordero Patterson, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Damian Pierce, Melvin Gordon, Brian Robinson. That's how many running backs I have.
Blake's trying to defend the fact that I wrote down this quote. He said, I'm trading away my 5th running back.
I'm actually trading away my 6th running back.
Number 5 running back. You're number 6 running back. You traded. He's the number 4 running back in the league, Blake.
What I'm trying to say here is,
for the 3rd tight end though.
3rd tight end. That's
don't score. They're not as important unless you have
my tight ends. Kelsey, or not Kelsey. I want to say Kelsey. I wish it was Kelsey. Ertz, on his worst week, has outscored all 3 of my starting tight ends for the first 3 weeks.
So trade away a not as good running back. trade away Joe Mixon, who's not done as good.
But he's
Trade away Melvin
Mixon.
Gordon, not done as good.
Well, I don't think Garrett would have taken Melvin Gordon.
Then trade away Dameon Pierce, who's not done quite as good, but has good upside.
I like Dameon Pierce. I'd rather have Dameon Pierce over Clyde Edwards-Helaire, personally.
Yeah, me too.
I think it's a fair trade, and we will. You know what? I'm going to make a note of this so that we go back and look at this later on, because I want to see how this trade turns out.
I can't wait for 3 weeks from now when we look back and you dropped Zach Ertz because you're like, oh my God. Because you've already went through like 16 tight ends in the first 3 weeks.
I think 7.
That's a lot in 3 weeks.
I can't find my man.
It ain't Zach Ertz.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not going to lie. If I traded away Edwards-Helaire and he ends up consistently doing, even with 7 touches, it's just Garrett's taking on a risk, and I'm taking on a risk.
I'm taking a huge risk. I actually don't even like Clyde Edwards-Helaire that much. I'm doing Blake a favor.
That man has moved from 3. He's been the only trades this year. He's been involved in all 3 of them.
That's fair. For the record, I don't think Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I know what you mean. He doesn't get a lot of touches. He's just been doing somehow amazing with those few touches he's getting and making it work. So I don't like him long term, but I still wouldn't trade him away for a tight end that's not named Travis Kelce or Zach Ertz. Or I mean, not Zach Ertz, Travis Kelce or Mark Andrews. Not straight up. If he was thrown in with another player, Zach Ertz and somebody else, then maybe. But no.
Here's my last logic to it, is that he was going to be sitting on my bench every week. And now I have a starting tight end to plug in.
Why are you sitting the number 4 running back?
Because I also have the number 5 running back.
Which is not as good as number 4.
But I feel like I would rather Cordero.
What is your logic?
I would rather Cordero start over Edwards.
You also have the number 17 running back or something like that. Whatever Mixon is right now. Why don't you start him over him?
He's 16, thank you.
That was pretty damn close for not looking at it right now.
Number 1 in my heart, though.
I feel like, and I know Garrett supports me on this, I feel like Joe Mixon it's a slow start. The whole Bengals having a slow start. And they're going to come together. I really do. Joe Mixon's receiving work is up. And he's seeing more targets, and their offensive line is still figuring things out. I think end of season, Joe Mixon's going to pass Edwards-Helaire. I'm going to put it out there.
Yeah.
Oh, I think you're 100% right. I don't deny it, but that's end of season. I'm talking about this week.
Well, end of season is what matters. If I have Edwards-Helaire last game and he shits the bed for me, I'd be upset.
Oh my God.
I'm going to die on this hill.
Blake, what if Helaire goes off for 20 for 2-3 more weeks, and then he drops off the hill?
What if
you just lost all those weeks? What if Mixon takes 2 or 3 more weeks to come together?
I will say my tight end spot now, I feel like my tight end, I feel comfortable starting him, and I don't have to keep bouncing tight ends around.
I cannot. Zach Ertz is going to go for like 4 points this week.
If he does that, I will be very sad.
This is unbelievable.
Garrett, would you have taken Melvin Gordon for Zach Ertz? Just as a reference, Melvin Gordon has 5.13.
I know this is going to sound weird, but I don't like having Broncos players on my team very much.
I get that. It skews the view, doesn't it?
I mean, I do have the Broncos kicker.
That's an exception, I feel like.
But I think that's an exception. Also, he's like one of the best kickers in the league. So.
But that
running back is a really important position, and I don't.
A lot more important than a tight end.
Well, a lot more important than a kicker.
Yeah, I'm happy with the trade, and I think it's because in a vacuum, I'm getting a starting tight end out of someone that I would have kept on my bench.
This is absurd.
Yeah, you got to think of the value.
there's no reason. See, that's where I think your logic and my logic are very different. Why is the number 4 running back on the season on your bench?
Because he doesn't trust him.
Because I don't trust him.
What has he done to not? What has he done for you to not trust him so far this year?
Not get the ball enough, dude.
7 carries. 7. Consistently 7.
Running back. If he carries the ball 7 times and he scores 2 touchdowns, who gives a shit?
That is true.
Listen, we could talk about this all night. I don't think we're getting anywhere. We got to get to more important stuff.
We're both going to die on our hill, and it's written.
All right, well, let's go ahead. Let's start with the game picks.
All right, breaking news. It pains me in my heart to say this, but Coolio has passed away.
Oh.
That's all. Pour some out.
For
the homie.
All right, so now in the video description you can put
Coolio passed.
Coolio passing.
Trade drama. Okay, yeah, I got the matchup to watch. The Glizzy Guzzlers. That seems like a spiteful pick.
No, I picked Garrett to win. He's going to put Clyde Edwards-Helaire over his trash-ass Kamara and win.
Shut the fuck.
All right,
What are you talking about?
If Edwards-Helaire has a bad game, you have to tell me you're sorry. And drive to Evansville to shake my hand.
No.
No!
Well, what constitutes as a bad game?
I'd say under 10.
I don't think 9's bad. But under 8.
Fine.
I'm not in on this.
All right, are we talking about our matchup?
Yeah, I'm on the matchup right now.
All right.
Projected 120 to 170. Oh, damn.
It's going all in right now.
I'm gonna fucking crush you, dude.
That was impressive. That was impressive. How does...
You're going down. I've never been more confident in my life. I'm going to fucking destroy you.
I will say the number 1 QB is going up against the number 2 QB. That's kind of cool. The number 3 running back's going up against the number 5 running back.
Our QBs actually play each other. That's neat.
Actually, Caleb's going to love this. The number 4 and number 3 running back.
That's correct. I was about to correct you on that. You are right.
I think I'm making a bold statement. I think Mixon's going to have his game. This is the Mixon game.
You're not playing me, so you may not get as lucky on Thursday night.
You are. Oh, it is Thursday night. Ooh, we'll find out tomorrow.
Miami's also a pretty good team. I agree with you. I think Mixon's going to be on the come up. That's why I was trying to get a trade out of you for him today. I think he's had a slow start, and he will. I don't know if I'm necessarily this week because Miami's good, but I do think he's going to end up being a good running back. I don't deny that.
Yes, I'm glad you.
There's no chance. Mixon gets single digits. Mark it down here.
He's gotten single digits before. Let me tell you.
Sub 5 game.
Looking through our
Easy,
roster,
bro.
a lot of our teams are facing off with one another.
Well, you guys are projected 115, 117.
I also just noticed this. Our QBs are playing against each other.
That's literally what I just said.
Well, no, I meant the number 1 QB against number 2 QB, and then I realized their teams are playing each other just now.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Good damn.
And you were like, yeah.
You're too distracted by the fact that you just realized that you lost that trade, but it's okay. We'll forgive you.
My shirt is soaking wet right now.
I saw a lot spill out.
It wasn't that clean.
I mean, Garrett's got a lot of high-ranking players. It's kind of scary. Literally, number 2 QB, number 3 running back, number 5 wide receiver, number 4 running back, should I say.
Don't forget it.
Number 7 tight end. Robinson's kind of the big stain on the starting roster.
Well, he might be on my bench.
And then
Goes through.
Buccaneers, number 1 defense.
Maybe?
What'd you say?
You said you're going to leave in Kamara maybe and put a layer. Is that what you're thinking?
Kamara played. I'm feeling good about him in London.
Oh, it's a London game.
There, they do play in London. He's got a Q by him. Is he hurt or?
I don't know, dude.
I honestly don't know yet. That's why I was asking.
I don't know.
He's the only player in either starting.
He was my first round draft pick. I have to give him like a lot of second, third, fourth chances. Come on.
No, you're right. I agree. I agree. I mean, Derrick Henry, my first round pick, didn't do anything until last week. Thank God.
Yeah,
I would really freaked out.
He was coming out my throat.
Yeah, and he really helped you out, didn't he?
Helped me get that loss, baby.
I mean, looking at it, like a lot of our matchups, like I have a lot on the Houston game.
I do have a question for you, Blake. A serious question. Since Alaire's not going to be on your team, who are you putting in at flex there? What are you thinking?
Oh, you haven't updated it. I had to change my team around.
Oh, I have not updated it. So who did you? So I don't have to refresh it. Who did you put in?
I have Mike Williams in my flex. Hayden Hurst is my tight end, but I'm going to have these.
I hadn't updated yet. I'm switching back and forth, and it's not updating.
So my tight end spot's going to be Hayden Hurst, or not Hayden Hurst. It's going to be Zach Ertz.
Now I see it.
That probably makes sense. You guys are confused when I said the projected totals.
2 tight ends, huh?
What's the projected total then?
120, 117.
Yeah, that's fake. That's fake news.
I see that now.
Cordero Patterson, he's old, not going to score anything. Debo Samuel, playing with a backup QB, not going to score anything. Brandon Cooks, plays on Houston, not going to score anything.
You want to know how many balls Brandon Cooks has thrown at him?
A lot.
I'd say almost as much as your mom.
Damn. Yeah, he's had 12 targets, 10 targets, 7 targets. That's pretty wild.
Sounds like a downward trend.
Some could say. But yeah, so I guess our teams will look a little different. I'm toying with the idea of subbing in Dameon Pierce, honestly, but it's one of those things where it's like I want to see him produce consistently, you know. But
over Mike Williams, you talking?
Well, Mike Williams has been super up and down, and I feel like Herbert's still hurt.
Well, I think that's Mike Williams. He's usually pretty up and down.
Yeah, he's gone 3, 25, 8. So maybe actually it's time for him to have a boom.
Maybe.
But yeah, I'm toying around with Dameon Pierce or Mike Williams. That's kind of my who I might switch out. Otherwise, my team's pretty set. But I gotta go with myself. So that's it. That's a for sure thing.
Gary, you going for a coin flip here?
I'm gonna flip a bottle cap. Heads, Blake, tails me. Tails, baby.
I'm picking Garrett. I
feel like you're picking Garrett out of spite, Caleb.
No, I'm picking him because he just won a very good trade. It's going to help his team a lot.
Edwards-Helaire is projected less than Kamara. Just saying.
Well, projections don't mean shit.
You're not wrong. But yeah, so that was some of the drama, the emotion. This is why we play fantasy.
And that's why you watch it, folks. You should have this content here.
Next time you set me up, you should have done it live because I was very upset for about 5 minutes.
There was a lot of screaming.
Like and subscribe, folks. Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Pound the subscribe button.
Where are we going? What game are we going to next?
This Thursday night special is up next against Grayson.
Wednesday.
Freaking 0-3. I hate looking at it.
Goodness, Grayson's team has a scary projected total, but means nothing, like we've said.
They do, but I noticed when we were doing the last episode, he was projected 122 last week, and he ended up 98. Projections don't mean anything.
No. You have one person that does bad, it ruins it all. I will say...
Caleb, you had 2 of the best pickups this week with Gano and the Eagles defense.
Gano, best player in the freaking Giants locker room.
In the state of New York?
Yes. Probably. Yeah, I mean, Brees Hall, I think, is due for his. He's been having good games, hasn't he?
He's been doing okay. I'm still debating on that one. He's in there right now.
Are you going to hold on to this trash Elijah Mitchell this whole year?
Dude, I don't know what to do with that guy. He's a good running back, but I don't know when the hell he's coming back.
That's just a bench spot sitting there, wasting
but I haven't
away.
really needed it yet. If I needed it, then I would really have to debate, but I haven't really needed that spot.
And you're going to let Chase Edmonds sit over Brees Hall?
That's the one I'm questioning. But the thing is, Brees Hall has been having an uptick in usage, and they play Pittsburgh, and I think his breakout game where he takes over Michael Carter is coming.
Yeah, but Zach Wilson comes back. That's scary.
That is scary, but Brees Hall's a very good receiving back, so.
Yeah, but Zach Wilson sucks.
That's fair.
Joe Flacco or no?
As I said, I'm debating that one still, but right now I'm on the Brees Hall side.
Well, looking at, I mean, I've been harassing Grayson, and he's been ignoring me to get Leonard Fournette. I've sent him like 4 different trades, and he just ignores them.
Yeah, Lenny's scary.
That sounds like Grayson.
I've tried, but I just don't. I don't know if it's he doesn't check it or he just thinks it's funny to leave trades on red.
I think Grayson's whole team team's very
boomer bust.
Dear Gray, I wrote you and you still ain't calling.
But is that a Coolio quote? That would have been way better.
That's
that would have been way better for this Coolio.
I don't know a single Coolio quote.
Neither do I. That's why I had to ask.
Gangster Paradise? Is that Coolio?
Asking the wrong guy.
That's what we need Quan on here for.
I figured you'd know, Blake.
Yeah, I should have. I can do a quick search here, but I think I'm with you. Grayson's kind of a boomer bust. I don't know. Oh, look, I'm searching for stuff, and it has trade analyzers from all of my trade analyzing searching.
So you put that in a trade analyzer and you still went for it?
I sent pictures to Garrett about it was by Coolio, by the way. Gangsta's Paradise. So we're living in a Gangsta's Paradise. R.I.P. to the man. It said that Garrett on one of them was winning the trade and that I was winning the trade on the other one. I did 2 analyzers.
So it was a 50-50 and you didn't put it in a third one.
I have 2 that I really like that are usually pretty accurate.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I mean, boomer bust, I think Grayson's. I am going team Caleb this week. I think it's Caleb's time to shine. I think if you put Chase Edmonds in, you'd be even better off, but the week will tell, you know.
I have until tomorrow night to decide.
Yeah, I'm really liking Caleb's team this week, and I don't like Grayson's team at all. I don't know how I lost to him. I don't know what's going on here. I don't like a single player on this team.
Well, Christian Kirk's a lot better than he was advertised as. I will give him that.
Kirk's been going
Fuck him. Fuck his stupid
Billy. Billy's a good team. Billy's got a good offense and defense.
Yeah, and I think it's either going to go that he has a lot of passes coming to him because they're trying to play catch up, or they're going to shut him down.
Yeah.
It goes along with the boomer bust.
Yeah, that's why I think I'm not lying whenever I say the Eagles' defense is a really good pickup because they have a decent defense and an amazing offense, and good offenses are good for fantasy defense.
Yeah. I'll trade you Melvin Gordon for the Eagles' defense.
I'm not even listening to any of your trade offers for the rest of the season. Actually, maybe I should, because you're just giving people away. Anyway, I am trying something new. I'm 0-3 in picking myself and 0-3 in my record. So I'm purely for that reason going to pick Grayson to win this week.
Oh, my goodness.
Like I said, I like Caleb, but I'm going to let the bottle cap decide. Grayson.
See, Garrett, we were wrong a lot last week. So
I was like, that bodes well for you, Caleb, because most of the ones that you guys were decided on the same.
I didn't like any of my stupid coin flips last week either. They're dumb.
So you went with the bottle. I respect it.
I couldn't find a coin.
Okay, yeah. Austin and Steve's game now. Steve's team has just not produced. You know? He hasn't broken 100 since he beat me.
Do I have to flip a coin for this one?
It's your thing, so it's up to you.
I mean, I'll flip it.
I mean, Austin's got Jalen Hurts, arguably.
Stud.
Yeah, stud. Zeke's not doing great, but
he's doing okay.
Yeah. I mean, Jamal Williams, I picked that man up on waivers the first week, and then I immediately dropped him, and I'm so sad.
Yeah.
Stephon. Steve still has Russell starting.
Well, he changed it because he did not have Russell last week.
I mean, I think the Broncos are going to win against the Raiders.
Yeah, Raiders are looking rough.
Yeah, I think they will.
I see he has Gabe Davis in. I'm glad I don't have to play that game anymore. I would have gotten burned by him twice. Giants defense, I like that play against the Bears. I think the Giants defense is about the only good thing we have.
Well, I like
Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, and your self-proclaimed best kicker in the league.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Yeah, but the reason Saquon is good is because the defense stops the other team so many times.
And you were just saying how good Daniel Jones looked last week.
That's a fact.
Yeah, because he threw it to Saquon. You are right. It was literally dumped to Saquon or Daniel Jones runs. Daniel Jones had 80 rushing yards, I think, is what he had. That's wild.
He can't throw the ball, so that's smart. Throw it short or run.
Here's the fact. Any defense against Chicago's offense is probably going to look really good.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, going down just as a courtesy on Steve's team here, I mean, who does Jared Goff play? Seattle. I would start Jared Goff over, I don't know. Las Vegas has been real bad.
I would start Russ.
No way. As a Broncos fan, I'd start Goff for sure. The Lions' offense is awesome.
They're fun to watch, but they are down DeAndre Swift.
Offense is not awesome.
They are down DeAndre Swift this week, so I don't know if that's going to change a lot.
And even better yet, the Lions' defense is terrible. So the Lions are just going to be throwing the ball. Throw. Because they're going to be needing to score. They can score a lot of points, but they need to score a lot of points because the other team's going to be scoring points.
That's fair.
Now,
so, Goff all day. The Broncos cannot fucking score a touchdown.
I thought Dalvin Cook was hurt. He is. So that's something kind of interesting is there's like three running backs who are all hurt but have good backups that you could have, and they're all three in this matchup. DeAndre Swift is hurt. Jamal Williams is a good backup to still have, and then on the other side, Dalvin Cook with Alexander Madison and Dave Montgomery with Khalil Mack. All of them right here. Like, it's kind of weird that they actually play each other this week too. But that's why Dalvin Cook, even if he doesn't play, he's just going to throw in Alexander Madison, who's perfectly fine.
If by some wild thing Clyde Edwards-Helaire gets hurt, he also has his backup.
I don't see it happening, but, you know.
Yeah, he's pretty sturdy. I'm going with Austin on this one. I mean, Austin just has some explosive people, in my opinion.
What the bottle flip say?
I'm not sure how much I like the Bills' defense against Baltimore.
I don't love it either. But it doesn't have the defense right now.
Austin. This one's Steve.
Oh. It's okay. I'm also picking Steve. I'm picking the upset. It looks like Garrett by his reaction.
Let's do it. Let's just fucking go. Steve gonna beat Austin. David versus Goliath.
You know,
I'm picking the upset.
I'm not trying to say anything, but I have a lot more wins on these picks than you guys.
Yeah.
I think. Well, so far every time the fucking bottle cap keeps landing like this.
Yeah, so
It's
the
weighted.
team one needs to be the side that keeps landing that way.
Yeah, I'm gonna start switching it up.
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, I think
Yeah, it won't land that way.
Is it not weighted? It's a bottle cap.
This is dumb.
so. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a good battle. I think as long as, like Steve still got some flux in who's starting. Devontae Adams is always possibly going to go for 1,000 points.
Broncos defense is the one thing I trust on our team the most.
They have been surprisingly good this year, haven't they?
I don't know about surprising because we've been playing bad teams, but they are the reason we're winning.
Ethan and Phillip. Man, Phillip's team just has a lot of power.
Phillip's team, I'm telling you, that's probably the best team, dude.
Yeah,
He's projected 128. That's nuts.
When the guy I'm looking through here, like the one I'm not trusting the most is Austin Eckler.
Why does he trust Austin Eckler?
It's not that I don't trust him, but he just
RB13 on the year. Blake doesn't like RBs that are rated high.
Yeah, only those 56 or lower.
Yeah, he's like, screw those guys.
You remember Austin Eckler. He was a touchdown machine last year. Now he's got 10, 17, 12. 17 is
That's not bad.
No.
That's trash. No, trash.
But
Get him out.
That's your first round pick.
Don't even trade.
Yeah.
Drop it. Just drop
Look at my first round pick.
Both of our first round picks have been bad. So
who's your first round pick, Caleb?
Derrick Henry.
That's
he
probably
came
the
here.
best out of us three. So
Yeah, he is the best of the three, but I'm not going to say I'm super happy with his production.
Yeah, Joe mixed him with. I thought I was going to say might have been Debo, but I had the last pick, so it was like back to back. I'm just looking at this, and Ethan does have Cooper Kupp.
Aaron Jones also, I think, will have a good game. New England's defense is good, but not great.
Tom Brady will probably figure it out.
He might have, he'll have Mike Evans back, and Julio might play this week too. So,
Julio. Yeah, I think
Kansas City. That'll be a high-scoring game. Sorry.
I don't know, man. I'm almost leaning to Ethan's side, but I don't want to cheer for someone that's 3-0. So I'm picking Phillip, honestly. And based solely on the fact that Ethan's 3-0 and I don't want Ethan to win again.
Phillip's also projected to win by 15.
Projections mean nothing.
The best team.
I'm going Phillip.
Freaking Waddle could carry him to a win by himself.
Waddell.
Okay. Phillip. Ethan. Phillip. I figured it out, boys.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Phillip also. Phillip's team's scary. Wasn't he the one that we all agreed on last week and won?
Yes. And then we also agreed on someone else I think we all agreed on Quan or something and lost.
Yeah, I think it was Quan that we got wrong.
Yeah,
so that was a nice and easy one. Speaking of Quan, Philly and Quan, pretty closely projected.
Don't do drugs, they too much.
Too much fun.
I saw his full name is They Too Much Fun.
I did not see that.
I didn't know Philly was such a
what is that?
A druggie.
Does anyone know what Quan's name means, by the way?
No. And
because it to me looks almost like a drug.
DX.
Maybe they're
not
drug
like an under the table drug, like a prescription drug.
DX. Dax.
Yeah.
I did ask him what it meant, and he didn't tell me. So
Well, fair enough.
I think he said something like, if you know, you know. So I was like, all right.
Well, we don't know, Quan.
Lots of question marks on Mr. Philly's team. Tua, I don't think should be playing. That man could barely walk off the field.
He played that game, though.
And the Dolphins are probably going to be fined for letting him back into that game.
He also plays Thursday night, so if he does actually have a concussion or is in a concussion protocol, he may not be able to play in that game.
Yeah, but okay. Now looking at his backup, it's Aaron Rodgers. So like,
he'll be fine. Aaron Rodgers is going to tear it apart.
McCaffrey is McCaffrey. He hasn't been the all stupendous Caffrey we know, but he's still fighting for points, 15, 16, 12.
Yeah. Still decent. Nick Chubb's been tearing it up for the most part, right?
The number 2 running back.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
He's taking Kareemi's touches. Mike Evans been sitting.
There you go.
Mike Evans is always scary.
I don't really like either of these teams.
Just went off. You don't like either of these teams, you said?
No.
Interesting.
I mean, Quan's got Justin Jefferson, but he did just have a shitter of a week.
He's due.
Yeah.
He's due.
In London.
You're right.
London. Uh-oh. I hit a button, my bad.
I will say Jefferson's gone 39, then he went 10-4. But I think you're right. I think he's due. I'm a big Tony Pollard fan. I think he's a beast. The Raiders are like down a few receivers, so I think Darren Waller might pick it up a little bit.
They're gonna play like shit, dude.
Possibly.
James is questionable, and Quan just picked up Jacoby, so I wonder if that's his backup plan. That could be interesting.
I think Jacoby's doing a great job.
Yeah, he's doing solid, but it's just interesting. All I'm saying.
He's fine. He's fine. He's a good Band-Aid in this situation.
Any mobile quarterback's usually a good Band-Aid. Yeah, I think I'm going to go Quan. I think Jefferson has his comeback game. But Brissett's definitely mobile.
I'm pulling up the stats if I can find him.
Is he not?
Okay, he's a little mobile. He's got 10 rushing yards game 1, 43 game 2, and 11 game 3. So
that's not mobile. That's absolutely not mobile.
I'm Googling it.
What?
I'm looking at it.
Is Jacoby Brissett a mobile quarterback?
He had 4 carries for 10 yards, 6 for 43, which is that's good, and 3 for 11.
I think Blake's the type of guy that would think that Jameis is a mobile quarterback too.
It basically sounds like he runs when he absolutely needs to, and he had one run against the Jets that went for a good amount of yards.
I think what Blake's saying is that he looks athletic. He looks like he'd be fast.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting, isn't it?
Very interesting.
It's all
Blake does not seem happy with his answer.
Blake, is there a white hood in your closet?
Don't put that on me. I just think Jacoby Brissett can stay mobile. I'm not saying he's Lamar Jackson, but he's like, he can run around in a pocket, Maybe not Kyler Murray.
Okay.
But he can move.
All right, fair enough.
But with that, I'm sticking with Quan. I think I pick Quan every week. Now that I'm looking back.
Well, it worked once.
It worked once. You were right.
Yeah, I don't like either of these teams, so
yeah. I'm gonna go with Philly. I think McCaffrey, Chubb, and Evans are enough to carry him.
You're right.
Yeah. Philly, Quan.
Did it land the wrong way?
So Quan.
Shit.
Join me, brother.
What the fuck? You ruined me.
On to the next.
On to the next. Travis and Nellis. Oh, man, this isn't even... Travis's team is just in shambles.
Travis is projected 97. And I was like, who's hurt in his lineup?
Nobody.
No. They're all well, maybe not Amon Ra. I don't know. He's questionable, but
I think he's okay.
There has to be something to change.
I was harassing Travis for Dalton Schultz for the longest time, but now I don't have to worry about it. I have my tight end. For such a steal, might I add.
I'm putting it on record. I don't know if I said this during the podcast or off the podcast. In 3 weeks, whenever Blake drops him, I'm going to notice. I'm going to be aware of it, and I'm going to bring it up.
I'm going to hold on to him out of spite just so you can't say anything.
That's on you.
It's good you said that on the podcast because off the podcast, I don't like talking to you.
I mean, Matt Stafford, how's he done?
Not super well. Yeah.
4.22-11.
Like that's.
Doesn't Travis always pick Matt Stafford? I feel like he's had in the past 3 years. Najee's not been great. Cam Akers has been very bad. I don't know why he's still starting him. I guess he has no one else to start. Looking at the rest of his lineup. James Cook with 8 but what? I don't even know how many points he has.
He only has 4 running backs on his team, and 2 of them are backups.
I have a feeling Travis might opt out next year is what it's really looking like.
Travis gives me hope for potentially not being the worst team in the league.
Yeah. I don't think Travis is attempting anything. He did pick someone up. He picked up Christian
Mac Hollins.
Or Mac Hollins, yeah. I don't know. I would definitely start him over Rashad White. I guess he does have another running back. I didn't see him.
So, Kevin, I was going to say you're better than Steve, but you lost to Steve.
I did. I put up the best week in fantasy football and lost to him, you know?
I mean, like, I feel like we don't even have to look at Nelson's team to say Nelson is probably going to be
walking good.
But
we got to look at him.
We do got to look at him. But I'm going to go ahead and put my initial on Nelly. But Herbert, I think if he's not hurt, going to have a good game. Those ribs.
Well, yeah, I think he's going to be hurt. Just whether does he play or not, and if he plays, how hurt is he?
Exactly. And then, I mean, Taylor, Barkley. Barkley's amazing.
Even if he's hurt, it doesn't matter.
Cooper is amazing. I don't know why he's still starting Darnell Mooney.
Yeah, he's got to get Mooney out of there. I don't know who else he's got, but he's got to have another option. Literally anyone. Josh Palmer.
Yeah, Josh Palmer, Kenneth Walker. No, Kenny Galladay's worse than Mooney.
Yeah, Kenny Galladay actually is worse than Mooney.
Chris Godwin.
He dropped a pass. We paid him $76 million to catch nothing.
Kenny Galladay's wide receiver 123 and Mooney's 116. So,
yeah, man, it's like between a rock and a hard place, isn't it?
Well, he could put Garrett Wilson up in his wide receiver spot and then start literally pick a player, throw a dart, pick a player, any of those people over freaking Darnell Mooney.
He could just leave it open. He'd still probably win this matchup.
Yeah.
I was going to say, like, the fact he's projected 128 is wild.
I think might be recency bias, but I also think Chris has one of the best teams in the league.
Well, he's got the best kicker to ever play, so
he does have the best kicker. He has 2. I mean, his running backs are like ridiculously good.
You're a Pats fan.
Yeah, his running backs are really good. His receivers, they're a little bit weak, only because Cooper hasn't done much until last week. Is that right?
No, Cooper's been good.
No, he's had 2.
And I mean, Garrett Wilson's looking pretty good, but like we said, Zach Wilson's coming back. Who knows?
Who knows?
Flacco wasn't dog shit, dude.
No,
and I do. Well, Flacco was doing okay. I'll put it that way.
Every time I've seen Zach Wilson play, it's been hard to watch, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you never
Isn't he the one? Isn't he the one that was quoted as seeing ghosts against the Pats like last year, the year before?
Seeing ghosts.
Darnold.
That was Darnold. That's right.
Wrong Jets QB.
The only thing
Jets.
Zach
Wrong
Wilson.
bad Jets QB.
There's so many of them. It's hard.
They both like to kiss people too.
Yeah.
Darnold gets mono, and
Hey, Zach Wilson
Kissing
off
moms.
the field, stud.
got that dog in him, bro. Certified dog.
He is a mom hunter. Just call him the mom lover.
Okay.
I was trying to think of freaking what's his name.
This is the last matchup, yeah.
What's his name?
Chris. Travis. Chris it is.
Seemed like an easy pick. Yeah, I'm going Chris. I'm not even gonna joke about it. Going Chris.
I think that would be wise.
Who do you guys think are the top teams in the league right now? Because I got a clear top 3 for me.
Oh, we going top 3.
I got a clear top 3.
I still vote Austin is my number 1.
Austin's definitely in there. I'm not going to order them. I'm just going to pick 3 teams. If that's okay.
Austin, Nellis, and probably Phillip are my top 3.
That's my top 3. Austin, Nellis, Phillip.
I would do that.
I think Phillip is my number 1. And then Nellis, Austin, they can fight for 2 and 3.
I think those 3. I would say Garrett. I think you and Nellis are pretty close. Honestly, if you would just get rid of Kamara, I think you would have probably the best team.
Nah.
Maybe.
Well,
I
just traded for.
Yeah, you just got the number 4 running back in the league. I mean,
you damn right.
Time will tell. Time will tell.
Time will tell.
Then we can all laugh at me, or we can all laugh at Garrett.
Don't
laugh at me and you.
Yeah, I mean that about sums it up. I think this seems like all the projections are really far apart on these matchups, except for myself and Garrett's, and then I guess you 10 points isn't too far, Caleb.
No, I'm projected to get beat pretty bad, but projections don't matter.
Quan Philly, that's not terrible.
Yeah, they're 7 away. So I was just trying to rush through them and look.
So like Quan Philly and then me and Garrett are pretty close projections wise. Otherwise, I mean they're pretty far spread. But like we said,
never mind. Sorry, got excited for nothing.
We might have matchup of the week, Blake. Both 2 and 1.
I'd like that. Because that will also determine who steps up in the division. It's a big game.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't like that. I really hope that you score like 35 points this week.
Honestly, this week is going to separate a little bit because me and so just looking at records and matchups, I'm 0-3 playing Grayson, who's 1-2, so one of us is going to get further in a hole. Steve and Austin play, they're both 2-1. You guys play, you're both 2-1. Ethan and Phillip play, they're both 2-1. Quan and Philly play, they're both 1-2, and then the other Travis is 0-3 playing Nels 2-1. So that's kind of the outlier, but all the other ones are.
There's going to be some separation.
Yeah, kind of 2 on the bottom end and 2 on the top end all playing this week.
Some cheeks will be spread.
Thank goodness. As long as I win.
Well, boys, another great week with the pre-game. We got to remember to start saying at the beginning, get our name out there.
You do the intros.
No, I think this one was a rushed intro because there was some drama.
It's because I was heated.
I'm just a guest on your guys' podcast. I don't know if I should be doing intros or anything.
Any closing comments, boys?
Brees Hall scores 2 touchdowns this week.
I guarantee a win. I've never felt more confident in my fucking life. This is going to be crazy how much I beat you by.
I think Debo and Joe Mixon single-handedly beat Garrett's team.
I'm going to be your fucking daddy today, boy.
Debo
outscores Zach Ertz this week.
Debo, Joe Mixon, and Ertz single-handedly beat Garrett's team.
Ertz doesn't catch a ball.
Hot take, write it down. Man, I'd be so sad. I'd drop him instantly.
Hot take, Lamar Jackson, 15 points.
I was hopeful. I was playing against him. He was playing against my team.
Dude, I'll give it to you. The weeks where your team loses and then your fantasy team loses, that makes you not want to watch football anymore. Dude.
I've had 2 of 3 of those this season, just so you know.
Yeah.
It's all right, though. Better times are coming, boys. All right. Till the next podcast.